Hello guys, welcome to day 10 of Ramadan series. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is Wednesday. Let me check. Yes, today is Wednesday. So yeah, you're welcome. If you are new here, hi, I'm Fatima. If you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. It truly means the world. So today we'll be making a shredded chicken sauce, then maybe a turmeric rice or just plain rice, and I just contemplate and choose anything last minute. And then we'll also be making finger millet pudding, then maybe puff puff. I am not sure, but maybe it's puff puff. So yeah, that's it. Only 3 things, so just come along and see what we're going to be making. I prayed earlier. I prayed my zuhur, and then I read my Quran. I watched some tafsir. Let me show you a little bit of that. So yeah, now I'm just going to go and start prepping, but I'll pray my acid first, then I'll start prepping. I forgot to say that the finger millet will be mixed with peanuts, so yeah. So come along, let's go. So I pray my asr. That's the evening prayer. Then I prepared the charcoal fire for today's cooking. So I added water to the fire and I went to do something else. I plucked the herbs that I'm going to use to marinate the chicken. I plucked fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and the other leaf that I don't know the name. Funny. So I crushed them in a pestle and mortar together with some garlic, and I think I added last minute I added fresh ginger to it. So I added the crushed spices into the meat. Then I added in my dried spices, my seasonings, a little bit of salt, then water, so that it will marinate faster because the meat is frozen. Cover it and allow it to marinate. In a blender, I added my peeled peanut, some ginger, and then water. You are going to blend this to separate the shaft from the milk. That's what you'll see me do. In the meanwhile, I added the meat to the fire so that it would start cooking. I couldn't wait for it to marinate for almost 1 hour. I blend it continuously and separate all the shafts from the milk. This is the shaft, and that is the peanut milk. Then I went outside just to add the milk to the fire. As you can see, I added washed rice to it. Then you are going to cover it, but don't go far because it's going to boil and foam and just spoil everywhere. Just be there because my mom was staying there, so I just moved to shredding my carrots, and then I also cut my onions, and also I shredded some cabbage, even though I didn't show it in the video. I also shredded some chicken, and that's the things I'm going to use for the sauce. Then I blend the finger millet in a blender. I added the finger millet, as you can see, to the blender. Only the finger millet, it was soaked since yesterday. So I also added some I added some spices. That's cloves and some ginger. Then you are going to blend it to a smooth paste. This is tamarind boiling because we didn't soak it. So you are going to add the blended finger millet into the mixture of rice, washed rice, and cooked rice, already cooked rice with already cooked peanut milk. You're going to rinse the cup with the tamarind juice until it thickens. If it thickens, then the pap is done, or pudding is done. It's ready. As you can see, I'm rinsing it with the tamarind water or juice. So there are different types of shredded chicken sauce. This is just how we make it. Last I made it last year also. Last year's one was more appetizing and good looking than this one. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't use green bell peppers and red bell peppers. Maybe that is why. But yeah, I added my oil to the pan. I added the garlic and rosemary paste to it. Added my habanero pepper. Added in my shredded chicken. Stir everything together. You're going to later add in the shredded. I also added the shredded bell peppers. Is it shredded? No, it was not shredded. I just cut it into strips. Add in your shredded cabbage. Your shredded carrot and some shredded onions and also the shredded cabbage. Mix everything well together. Add in your stock, that's your meat stock. Stir everything once again together. Season it. Add a little bit of soy sauce. You can choose not to add soy sauce, it's up to you. Add in soy sauce, taste it, allow the water to evaporate a little bit, and that's it. The sauce is so simple. For some reason, this year's own, it was not looking appetizing, but it tasted delicious. Last year's own, if you check it, I'm going to link it in the description box, inshallah. Or I'm just going to link it in the pinned comment. I hope I will not forget. So mix everything well together. Taste it. It is good. You can choose to add the seasonings at the beginning. not necessarily at the end. So the sauce, it is done. And on a side note, this is my first time cooking basmati in our house. My first time cooking it, not my first time tasting it. So I just parboiled it, added some turmeric to it because I don't want it plain. Add a little bit of water. I was adding a little bit of water. Then we're checking it so that it will not be mushy. I changed the burner. I set the fire on low so that it will steam. I cover it with something, as you can see. So this is the batter of the puff puff. You are going to beat it very, very well until the gluten is developed. As you can see, even if I touch it, the dough will bounce back. So you are going to be scooping it and be adding it to the oil. If you want the recipe, check my previous videos. You'll see the full recipe. So you'll be scooping it and adding it to the oil. It is so tasty. As you can see, the gluten is seriously developed here until it's brown on both sides. Then you're going to, and then it is done. Just pack it in a plate and then eat it. I then went to check my basmati rice. As you can see, why am I calling it basmati? I just went to check the rice. Yeah, it is done here. Then I just off the fire. I added 2 more rounds of water to it. As you can see, it was not done. I added more water so that it will cook more. I packed puff puff, and yeah, by this time the rice was done. And then I cleaned the kitchen. This is the clean kitchen, as you can see, and yeah. So I'm done with all the cooking now. I'll go and eat and then pray, and yeah, come along. So I just finished eating my dinner, and yeah, that's it for today's video. Please, if you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow. So bye bye, have a good one.